My girlfriend said, "I've been streaming our intimate moments for money," showing me her secret account. I said, "What?" Then I pressed charges. Her 50,000 subscribers watched her get arrested for revenge content distribution. I, 27 male, was sitting on the couch when Kendra, 25, dropped this bomb on me. We'd been together for 2 years, living together for 6 months. She walked in with this weird smile, laptop in hand. "Babe, I need to tell you something amazing," she said, sitting down next to me. "What's up?" She opened her laptop, pulled up a website I didn't recognize. "So, I've been streaming, making content, and it's going really well." I looked at the screen. It was some paid subscription platform. Her profile showed 50,000 subscribers. The preview images were us, in bed, from angles I didn't even know existed. What? That's all I could manage. "I've been streaming our intimate moments. Look, we're making $30,000 a month." "Well, I am, but obviously I'll share." My brain stopped working for a second. "You've been recording us? Without telling me?" She rolled her eyes like I was being dramatic. "Oh, come on, don't be such a prude. Everyone does this now, it's just content." "Content? Kendra, that's us having sex, private moments. You filmed me without consent?" "God, you're so uptight. Look at the money." She scrolled through her earnings page. "Last month alone I made $32,000. That's more than you make in 6 months. I stood up, my hands shaking. "How long?" "About 8 months, since before we moved in together." 8 months. You've been secretly recording us for 8 months and selling it online? Recording makes it sound so creepy. I installed some cameras, very discreet. The quality is actually incredible. 4K, multiple angles. My subscribers love the authentic feel. Cameras, plural. Where? She actually looked proud. Bedroom, obviously. Bathroom, people pay extra for shower content. Living room for when we get spontaneous. I felt sick. The bathroom? You recorded me in the bathroom? Not just you, us together. Those videos are my highest earners. There's this one from last month where you... Stop. I grabbed my phone, my keys. I need to leave. Right now. Oh my God, you're being so dramatic. This is a good thing. We're rich. We're not anything. You violated my privacy. You violated my trust. You might have violated the law. She laughed. Actually laughed. The law? Please. It's my apartment too. But it's my body. My consent, which you never got. I left. Went straight to my friend Terrence's place. Told him everything. He's a paralegal, and his face went pale. Dude, that's revenge porn. Even if you're still together, recording without consent and distributing it? That's illegal in this state. But she'll say we're a couple. Doesn't matter. You didn't consent to recording. You definitely didn't consent to distribution. You need to file a police report, tonight. I did. Update 1. The entitlement got worse. After I filed the report, I went back to the apartment with Officer Coleman to get my stuff. Kendra was there with her friend Destiny, making a live stream. Hey lovers? So my boyfriend is being a total baby about our content. He's literally here with a cop because he's jealous of our success. Officer Coleman stepped forward. "Ma'am, please turn off the stream." "Why? This is my apartment. I can film whatever I want." "Ma'am, turn it off now." She did, but kept her phone recording. This is harassment. He's harassing me for being an entrepreneur. I packed my stuff while she ranted about how I was intimidated by a successful woman and couldn't handle her being the breadwinner. Destiny chimed in. "Honestly, Kendra, you deserve better. A real man would support your business." Business? I turned around. She illegally recorded me having sex and sold it to strangers. "It's called content creation," Destiny shot back. "Maybe if you were more interesting, she wouldn't have needed to be creative with angles." Officer Coleman had to step between us. That night, Kendra started texting. "You're really doing this? You're gonna ruin my income over your ego? I made us more in 8 months than you make in 2 years. My subscribers are asking where you went. Should I tell them you're a little bitch? I'm keeping all the money, Batawu. I earned it. You're probably too boring for anyone else anyway. At least with me, you were worth watching." I screenshot everything. The next day, Detective Nguyen called. They'd gotten a warrant for her devices and the streaming platform. What they found was extensive. 892 videos. 892. Not just sex, me sleeping, showering, getting dressed, having private phone conversations with my mom. There was even footage of me having a teletherapy session where I discussed my anxiety. This goes beyond revenge porn, Detective Nguyen said. This is criminal invasion of privacy, wiretapping, and potentially interstate commerce violations since the platform operates across state lines. But here's where Kendra's entitlement went nuclear. She called me from her mom Joyce's phone. You need to drop this right now. I'll delete everything. It's too late for that. No, listen, I'll give you half the money. That's $120,000. You made $240,000 selling videos of me without consent? See, we could split it and move on. Kendra, you're probably gonna jail. Jail? For what? Making content? This is America. I have freedom of speech. You have the right to remain silent too. Maybe use it. She hung up and immediately had her mom call back. Joyce was something else. How dare you do this to my daughter? She was trying to build a future. By secretly recording me? She's a content creator, an artist. You're stifling her creativity. She's a criminal, Joyce. She offered you half. That's more than fair considering you did nothing but lay there. What? Kendra says you're not even that good in bed. She had to edit heavily to make it watchable. I hung up. 20 minutes later, Kendra's brother Braden showed up at Terrence's apartment. Yo, we need to talk, man to man. We really don't. Look, my sister made a mistake, okay? But you're about to ruin her life over some videos nobody cares about. 50,000 people apparently cared. They paid for it. Exactly, so what's the problem? You're famous. I'm a victim of a crime. Victim? He laughed. Bro, you got laid and got paid. You're living the dream. I didn't get paid. I didn't consent. And now I'm pressing charges. You're seriously gonna be that guy? The dude who sent his girl to jail over some porn? She's not my girl. And yes, he left, but not before saying, you're gonna regret this. Kendra knows people. Update 2. Kendra's people turned out to be her subscriber base. She made a video on another platform called My Abusive Ex is Trying to Destroy Me. In it, she claimed, I was controlling and jealous of her success. I knew about the cameras and was performing for them. I was trying to steal her money through false accusations. I was actually gay and using this to cover it up. Some of her subscribers found my social media. The messages were intense. You're pathetic for reporting her. You loved the attention, and now you're playing victim. I paid good money to watch you. Least you could do is not be a snitch. Kendra deserves better than your mediocre dick. But the best part? One subscriber sent me something interesting. Hey, I'm a lawyer and a former subscriber. I think you should know she was selling private meets where she promised to live stream specific requests. She was taking requests for what to do to you while you slept. This is evidence. Use it. I forwarded everything to Detective Nguyen. Meanwhile, Kendra was doubling down. She started a legal fund asking her subscribers to donate for her defense. Raised $15,000 in 2 days. Then she went on a podcast. A podcast. The thing about my ex is he's always been insecure about his body. I think when he realized how many people found him attractive, it scared him. The host asked, but did he consent to being filmed? Consent is complicated in relationships. We shared everything. I thought that included this. But you never asked? Would you ask your partner before posting a cute selfie together? It's the same thing. Is it though? Look, I'm a businesswoman. I saw an opportunity. He should be grateful. I made him desirable. The podcast went viral, but not how she expected. The comments were brutal. This woman just admitted to a crime on air. Imagine if a man did this to a woman. She really said consent is complicated. Jail. The delusion is astronomical. Someone check on this podcaster for having her on. Detective Nguyen called the next day. We're arresting her tomorrow. The podcast was helpful. She essentially confessed. What about the money? Frozen. It's evidence and proceeds of crime. You'll likely get it in civil court. Update 3. Kendra decided to livestream her arrest. I wasn't there, but Detective Nguyen sent me the footage later as part of the case file. She set up her phone when she saw the police arriving, went live to her remaining followers. They're here to arrest me for loving too hard and earning too much. Watch your girl get persecuted for being a boss babe. Detective Nguyen knocked. Kendra answered in full makeup, wearing a Free Speech Warrior t-shirt she'd apparently had made. Kendra Morrison? That's Queen Kendra to you. You're under arrest for invasion of privacy, unlawful recording, and distribution of intimate images without consent. This is persecution. I'm being arrested for art. As they cuffed her, she kept talking to her phone. Remember me. Remember what they do to successful women. Drop your Cash App donations for my legal fund. Ma'am, please stop talking. I have rights. First Amendment. You have the right to remain silent. I don't consent to being silent. The stream cut when they took her phone. But the entitlement didn't stop there. From jail, she called me. I know I shouldn't have answered, but I was curious. You happy now? Kendra, you shouldn't be calling me. I'm offering you one last chance. Drop the charges, I'll delete everything, and we split the money. The money is frozen, the videos are evidence. It's out of my hands. Nothing is out of your hands. You started this. No, you started this when you put cameras in our bedroom. Our bedroom? I paid most of the rent. With money you made selling videos of me. God, you're so ungrateful. Do you know how many guys would kill to have their girlfriend make them famous? I'm hanging up. Wait, can you at least put money on my books? The food here is terrible. I hung up. Joyce started a smear campaign immediately. Posted on every local community board about how her daughter was being persecuted for being a modern woman, and I was a bitter man who couldn't handle female success. Someone leaked the podcast clip in response. Joyce deleted everything within an hour. Braden tried the tough guy approach one more time. Showed up at my work. You're gonna drop these charges? No, I'm not. I'm not asking. Are you threatening me? In front of security cameras? He looked around, noticed the cameras, and left, but not before saying, this isn't over. It wasn't. Update 4. The trial was something. Kendra showed up in a suit that said censored across the back. Her lawyer somehow looked embarrassed before it even started. The prosecution presented 892 videos taken without consent, financial records showing $240,000 in earnings, screenshots of her selling custom content of me sleeping, the podcast where she admitted everything, messages where she called me her gold mine, and too stupid to notice the cameras. Her defense? My client believed she had implied consent due to the intimate nature of their relationship. The prosecutor actually laughed. Implied consent to broadcast intimate moments to 50,000 strangers? She's a content creator. This was her art. Art that she sold for profit without the subject's knowledge or consent. Kendra took the stand. It was a disaster. I was helping him. He has no confidence. I gave him confidence. By secretly recording him? By showing the world he was desirable. Did you tell him about the cameras? He should have noticed them. That's not what I asked. No, but did you ask permission to record? No, but did you ask permission to sell the recordings? It was my art. The judge had to call for order. Then they played a video she'd made for her premium subscribers where she literally said, he has no idea I'm recording this. That's what makes it so hot, right? He's completely clueless. Her lawyer put his head in his hands. The character witnesses were even worse. Destiny testified that I was probably gay and jealous of Kendra's beauty, and that's why I reported her. The prosecutor asked, how is that relevant to whether she had consent to record? I'm just saying he's not the victim he pretends to be. Based on what evidence? Vibes. Joyce testified that her daughter was a visionary who was revolutionizing intimacy. By secretly recording her boyfriend? By sharing love with the world. For $30,000 a month, artists deserve to be paid. Braden refused to testify after his lawyer explained that threatening me on camera was probably not smart. The verdict came back in 2 hours. Guilty on all counts. The sentencing was beautiful. The judge looked exhausted. Miss Morrison, you've shown zero remorse for your actions. You violated someone's privacy in the most intimate way possible, profited from it, and then attempted to shame and blame the victim. You've portrayed yourself as an entrepreneur and artist, but you're neither. You're someone who committed serious crimes and refuses to acknowledge it. Kendra stood up. This is about sexism. If I was a man, sit down. She sat. You're sentenced to 18 months in prison, 3 years probation after, and you're required to register as a sex offender. Sex offender? For what? For distributing intimate images without consent. It's the law. This is insane. I'm not a predator. You secretly recorded someone in intimate situations and sold it to strangers. What would you call that? She started sobbing. Not pretty tears, full breakdown. Joyce screamed from the gallery, this is a witch hunt. My baby is innocent. The judge had her removed. As they led Kendra away, she yelled at me, "I made you worth something. You were nothing before me." I said nothing, just watched her go. Final update: the civil case just settled. I was awarded all $240,000 plus damages. Total, $400,000. Kendra from prison had the audacity to ask for a payment plan through her lawyer. The judge laughed, actually laughed. She wants a payment plan for money she stole from his image? She earned that money through her creative work, Your Honor. Her creative work of illegally recording the plaintiff. Denied. The streaming platform shut down her account and cooperated fully. They implemented new verification requirements because of this case. I'm oddly proud of that. Joyce wrote me a letter last week, not an apology. Oh no, a bill. She wants me to pay for Kendra's therapy in prison because you caused her mental breakdown. I framed it next to the check from the civil settlement. Braden got arrested last month for threatening another guy who pressed charges against his friend for assault. Some people never learn. Destiny started her own streaming career. It lasted 2 weeks before she got banned for harassment. And Kendra? She's apparently teaching a entrepreneurship class to other inmates. According to someone who knows someone inside, she tells everyone she's a political prisoner of the patriarchy and was arrested for being too successful. She gets out in a year, has to register as a sex offender wherever she goes, can't use social media for 3 years per probation, can't contact me ever. But the best part? Last week, I got a letter from her through her lawyer. She wants to collaborate on a book about their story when she gets out. She's already written a proposal. Love, Cameras, Action, How I Revolutionized Modern Romance and Paid the Price. She wants 60% of the profits because it was her idea and she lived it more. My lawyer responded with 2 words, absolutely not. Her lawyer wrote back saying she'll write it anyway and I can't stop her. My lawyer reminded them about the Son of Sam law. She can't profit from her crimes. The response? She claims it wasn't a crime, but a misunderstanding between lovers. The delusion is permanent, apparently. As for me, I'm in therapy dealing with the trauma of finding out I'd been broadcast to thousands without knowing. Bought a nice condo with the settlement money. Started dating someone new. Harmony, a librarian who thinks the internet is mostly unnecessary and doesn't even have Instagram. First thing I did in the new place? Checked every room for cameras. Found nothing. Still check sometimes. To anyone thinking about recording their partner without consent, don't. Just don't. It's not content. It's not art. It's a crime. And Kendra, since I know you'll read this eventually when you get out, you didn't make me worth something. You made yourself worth nothing. Enjoy registering your address for the next 10 years. P.S. To the 50,000 people who paid to watch me without my consent, you're all complicit. Hope you enjoyed the show because it cost one person their freedom and another their privacy forever. P.P.S. No, I won't be doing an AMA. No, I won't share the platform name. No, you can't have Harmony's number. Stop asking. Joyce, if you're reading this, your daughter isn't a victim. She's a predator and you enabled her. The invoice for therapy you sent me has been forwarded to the prosecutors as evidence of harassment. Good luck with that.